Okay, so these are my thoughts on the Showtime boxing um card with Lara versus Gausha and Charlo versus Erickson and Jared Swift Hurd versus Austin Trout. So so the first fight was um Jared Hurd versus Austin Trout. This fight was a war. Um, this fight lasted. Uh, this fight basically lasted 11 rounds, 11 or 10 rounds. Um, it was how Trout started good, but but Jared ended it better because he basically um he basically took it to where the corner wanted to stop the fight. I mean, it was a good fight. It was a close fight. While it was happening, the veteran Trout was able to throw some shots in, and um, I don't really think he got Jarrett hurt at any point of the fight, but Jarrett was clearly tired. Um, Trout was hurt a few times though, and he was smaller than Jarrett too. Jarrett is much bigger than Trout, but I feel like like the the experience and the experience and pretty much the experience got Austin Trout winning most of the rounds because when you have more experience, you tend to have more how should I say, you tend to keep your technique a little better when you're tired as opposed to when Jarrett Hurd was tired. When Hurd was tired, his technique and his fundamentals were off. He was getting hit. Um, he was getting hit a lot. There was a few times when he put his hands down and then he was doing head movement and he did miss made Austin Trout miss, but Austin Trout kept missing and missing. I mean, kept hitting him and hitting him. Jarrett Hurd was hitting back too, so it was like a war, back and forth, up until the stoppage. It was pretty much even. It was pretty much even. Um, because yeah, they were throwing like so many shots. Uh, Jared Hurd, he has good power. Austin Trout has decent power, but it's not good power. It's decent power. Um, if Hurd had better experience, like if they fight again, I feel like Hurd is gonna like probably stop him this time for sure. Like much earlier and with better technique, because this is the best name in his resume. I mean, he is the first one to stop Austin Trout. I mean, like Austin Trout beat Miguel Cotto. A lot of people thought that he beat Canelo. He lost to Lara, but he didn't get stopped like years ago. So good win for Hurd. I have high hopes for this guy. Um, all we know about him is he has good heart. He has a good chin. Not saying that he got punched by the best puncher in junior middleweight, but he has a good chin. He has good. He has I wouldn't say he's. I, how should I say this? I feel like he he, he needs to keep fighting. So when he gets tired, he can still have his technique on pretty good. What like Austin Trout did when he was tired. The reason why the fight was stopped was because Jared Hurd just had the heart, and even though his technique wasn't that good, he was still able to punch back with power. So Hurd 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 definitely has a future. He yeah, he has a future. He has good power, good chin, good cardio. Maybe not the best endurance. Like he definitely didn't look the same as he looked in round one. But either did Austin Trout, but since he has more experience, he has more fights. He's a veteran. He has better fundamentals. Better fundamentals when he's tired. And you can say that he could have gotten the distance, but I think his corner stopped the fight. It was a good fight. Uh, it's just when you find a bigger guy, he has power. He has a good chin. And, and Austin Trout is his best name in his resume at this point. But great fight, and I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to seeing Jared in the future. And then the next fight is Charlo versus Lubin. Now this is a good fight. This was a good fight for only lasted one round. Lubin got knocked out, of course, in the first round. Um, it's not like I mean Jackson. I mean Charlo fought. Who did he fight? Jackson, Charles Hatley, Gabe Rosado. Um, and now, so he, so Erickson lost to a guy. Oh, like he's like 5 years older than him, 6 years older than him, something like that. So he definitely has the experience, but it's not like he has world class experience. Like he hasn't fought a legit top five opponent yet. I'm not saying he's gonna lose to one of those guys, but um, he definitely has power. He's fast. He's super athletic. He can punch from weird angles. Not weird angles, but he can catch you from a weird spot, like he did with Erickson. You know, Lubin. Yeah. I did not expect this. I thought it could have gone more further, but I guess you do have to go to. I guess you do have to fight better. I guess you have to like slowly climb up. Um, I guess Erickson just needs to take it slow, little by little. Because if you stop and think about it, Charlo still hasn't fought a top five opponent, and he's like 27. Erickson Lubin is like 21 or 22, and you're using a fight guy that's like a top five, top 10 opponent when you're top 15. I mean, it could happen, but it's very rare. It's very rare, um, especially when you're fighting guys with huge power. He should have, in my opinion, he should fight top 20 opponent, top 25, top 30. Keep fighting. Keep having these camps. Keep fighting opponents with different styles. Because he can still fight Charlo. Uh, but years from now, Charlo's probably going to move up to Jamal. Charlo's probably going to move up to middleweight. But the only problem that he has right now is if he's chinny. If he's chinny, the future might not be that bright for him unless he can fix it mentally and improve his. To the real thing is he's just like slowly built up. He just can't jump from here to here. Some people can, he can't. Lubin can't do that. He now knows that. He should learn from that. You know, like, and he did fought Jamal Charlo. You know, a lot of people are saying that he's the best junior welterweight. I feel like there's still Demetrius Andre. There's still Lara. Even Heard, and him, and Jamal Charlo. So at this point, they should start fighting each other. Because out of those the 4 champions that we have now, the 4 except Miguel Cotto, you know, he's fighting Saddam Ali. Good fight for Miguel Cotto, bad fight for the fans. But Jared Hurd, no, I mean, what's it called? Erickson Lubin, he should. He was pretty much the guy that we thought was gonna come in and do like a David Benavidez. But I guess that's not gonna happen anymore. And I guess he should build up, and maybe within like 2 to 4 years, he can be top 5, top 10, like the champions that we have now. Good win for Jamal. At this, let's see if he can fight another champion in his division and get that belt. Because let's be honest here, he hasn't fought a top 5 opponent himself, yeah, and his brother too. I want to see him against a Demetrius Andre, a Hurd, a Lara, you know. If he fights Lara next, then he's the best junior middleweight. If he fights Hurd, he might be the best. If he fights he's not gonna fight Cotto, but Cotto's gonna win the belt. Maybe Demetrius Andre falls in line for that belt. And who knows? Maybe he fights Demetrius Andre next. That's still an option. If he beats Demetrius Andre, then he is the best junior middleweight, or Lara. But if he beats Jared Hurd, he might be, because Jared needs to work on his defense. His defense was not that good today. So I want to see him fight top 5 opponent, and then that's when I can say that. That's when I can say that. Yeah, he's legit. Okay, and so that's it for that fight, and then the next fight was Lara versus Gausha. This fight was a good fight, Gausha. Who's Gausha? I never heard of him. Lara knocked him down in the 4th round. Lara pretty much won this fight. I mean, I don't know what to say about Lara. He needs to fight somebody. Like, everybody's saying that he beat Canelo, but look at Canelo now. And look at Lara. Who do you want to be? Would you rather be Canelo, or would you rather be Lara? I'd rather be Canelo. I want to be Lara, fighting. People are saying that he's the best junior middleweight, but he's not even fighting the best junior middleweights. He's fighting bums. You can say the same thing with Jared Hurd, but this is literally tonight was his first title defense. His first or second, I think his first. and with Charlo, this was like his second or third title defense. Miguel Cotto, he just got a champion. The vacant, the vacate, the vacated IBF champion. Lara, he has like 12 title defenses. He still hasn't tried to get another title. It's like just fight. No, you you might be the best. You beat Canelo, right? Fight Charlo. You know, because right now you're not gonna get a rematch with Canelo. You're not gonna fight Triple G. You need to put your name up. I'm not saying you have to fight all the top five junior middleweights. You know, fight one or two. Like fight Charlo. Let's say you beat him. Fight Demetrius Andre. You beat him. Move up to middleweight. Let's say fight Danny Jacobs. He hasn't. You can fight Danny Jacobs. You can fight Billy Joe Saunders. You can fight one of those two. Maybe David. Let's say you beat David Lemieux, Billy Joe Saunders, or Danny Jacobs, or the guy, or Luis, the guy who's fighting Danny Jacobs this November. Let's say you beat one of those three guys, and you have a title, you know, and you start talking shit to these fighters. Maybe Canelo or Triple G can pick you up, and then even if you get the loss, you're gonna get a bunch of money, and you can retire. For fighting Triple G or Canelo, you can make as much money as if you were fighting 5 or 6 bums, or 5 or 6 fighters we never heard of. And you can just retire. You're gonna be 35, 30, 36. 35, 36 next year, and retired, and you're good. Because if you're gonna fight these bums, these guys that haven't been challenged before, that haven't slowly climbed up, and one of them beats you, and we don't know their name, your career might be over, and this guy that we never heard of might be next, and he might take your torch. So because one of these days somebody's gonna catch up to you and maybe beat you. So if you're gonna fight somebody, like try to get the most amount of money. Isn't that the whole point of boxing? Trying to get the most amount of money. And if you have that name, you don't have to fight the best. You can just fight Jeff Horn and get $20 million or something like that. You can fight Liam Smith and get 10 mil, 15 mil. But you don't have that name. And you find all of these guys that we never heard of, and like I said, one of them beats you, and then the next fight you get after you lost to a guy that we don't know, it's gonna be less money than when you fought the guy that we don't know. And you know what I'm saying? And you're high risk, low reward. Even after, like, even after fighting Canelo. But yeah, I guess those are my thoughts of this Showtime boxing night. I did watch Abner Mades versus the other guy I don't know, and Leo Santa Cruz versus the other guy I don't know. Abner Mades had a tough fight. Abner Mades versus the guy I don't know versus Austin Trout versus Jerry Hearn. Those fights to me look very very familiar. Those fights look very familiar to me. They just look very familiar but Jared versus Austin was more competitive than Abner Mades versus the other guy, because the other guy was just fucking forward. And Abner Mades was that guy has a good chin. You know, he was all bloody up, and they stopped the fight. But Abdurrahman was pretty much taking him to school, and then Leo Santa Cruz versus the other guy I don't know. That was a competitive fight. I mean, at spots, the guy I don't know was doing pretty good, but Leo Santa Cruz, when he like got fired up, he was throwing some big shots. That was a horrible stoppage. That was a really horrible stoppage. That was really bad. Um, um, Man, that was a horrible stoppage because the other guy was coming forward. He wasn't really hurt. It, he, he wasn't like shaking his legs or like looking at the clock or like he was still coming forward. He was still fighting back. And it's not like Leo Santa Cruz is the biggest puncher. Like he's not the fastest or biggest puncher. He's big for that division, but he's not the biggest puncher. So hopefully they make Abner Mares versus Leo Santa Cruz versus Abner Mares. Um, to be honest with you, I was more impressed with Abner Mares because he's more of a true boxer now. He might not have the biggest power, but I think he has more power than Leo, and he's faster than Leo. He's stronger than Leo, but I'll say that Leo definitely has a bigger chin because Abner Mares he got Johnny Gonzalez knocked him out. I'm not saying that's the end all be all, but he did get knocked out by him. So the better chin is Leo. The punching stats for both fighters are about the same. I'll say Leo is a better guy with a chin. I'll even go as far as to say that he has better volume, if that makes any sense. He has a better volume for me. How should I say this? Better combinations for me. Uh, if I see that fight, like, and Abner fought a better opponent than Leo. And Leo was getting hit, but he definitely landed more. He landed more. Um, Leo, I was not impressed with that stoppage. I mean, it's not his fault. I was not impressed with him. I expected that from him. I expected more from him. With a guy with 5 losses and stuff like that, yeah, I expected more than that. With Abner Mares, facing a guy with 35, you can 31, 35-1. You can even say it's 36-0 because he did lost by majority decision. First time getting stopped after 36 fights. And I was more impressed with that than with Leo fighting a guy with 25 wins, 25 wins, 20 losses, 20 to 25 wins with 5 losses. And he was he wasn't winning any rounds, but he was doing pretty good at spots. I just expected more from Leo, even though he did get a stoppage. But Abner Mares fought a much better opponent, and he did get a stoppage. He did get a stoppage, and he got more rounds. So if they do fight next, Abner Mares just got in touch with Robert Garcia. And usually the first fight you get with your new trainer is a tough thing to get things together. So I feel like if he's been with Robert Garcia a little longer, he probably would have gone. He would have looked better. So I feel like his next fight he's gonna look better than he did in his first fight. And Luis Santa Cruz is still gonna look the same as he did in this fight, in his last fight. So I'm gonna have to give the edge to Abner if they fight, when they do fight, if they ever fight. I feel like he's gonna get the, he's gonna have that edge. He's gonna be definitely better than the first fight. I just feel like he has that. He has the new trainer, new motivation, mentality. And Leo Santa Cruz is like, oh, I already fought Carl Frampton twice. I mean, I already fought him twice. You know, he beat me the first time. I came back and beat him. So I feel like he's gonna be over his head, and Abner Mares is gonna be with Robert Garcia, telling him stuff like, "Train hard, train hard." He's gonna get more motivated, you know, and get that win, and we might have a trilogy. Yeah, but those are my thoughts for this fight, for this night of awesome fights. Uh, it was cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. What do we have next week? I don't know what we have next week, and but it was a good day of fights. George Groves is fighting Chris Eubank Jr. next. You know, when they're like in December, January, maybe November. Who knows? Can't wait to see that fight. But those are my thoughts on this night of awesome fights. Till next time.